Bienvenidos amigos de iRock, nos encontramos junto a un miembro esencial de una de las bandas más originales surgidas en el rock y metal a fines del siglo pasado. Apocalyptica ha recreado clásicos de grandes bandas con sus chelos y sinfonías que nacen desde lo clásico, conquistando a una audiencia que después se quedó por el material original de la banda. Estamos junto a Eicca Toppinen, miembro fundador de la banda. Hi Eicca, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing great. How are you?
That's great, I'm good too. Well, what can you tell us about the actual moment of the band, the Apocalyptica tour with Epica and Will?
Everything is going everything is going really great with the band. We have been touring since the beginning of the year. Now we had 2 weeks break, and we continue the tour with Epica on Sunday for a couple of more weeks. And of course, then we are coming to Latin America and Chile, and that is pretty fantastic. We also have started to work on the material for the next album. So we are doing simultaneously. We are working on new music and playing the tours. So everything is good. Band is in the great shape, best shape that we have ever been, and super excited and motivated. So it's all good.
That is great. And you work in the new material on the road or in between, like in the moments you are in a pause?
Mainly in between, but of course now when there's so much tours that we have to also keep on going on the tour. So we need to get music done and developed. But we actually go straight from South America. We go straight to LA to start the recordings. But we will do the recordings a couple of different periods during this year. So.
Okay. Well, you mentioned the tour to South America, and how is the show you are bringing to Chile?
It's basically this Cell Zero show, which is a combination of everything. There's stuff from the Cell Zero album. There is a little bit Metallica. There is a lot of songs from different albums, and Frankie Perez is joining us as a singer. So there's going to be, those some of the vocal songs as well. So it's a combination of everything, but it's very entertaining, cool show.
Great. Well, you have worked with a lot of bands. Why Epica now in this moment?
We've known Epica always, and we figured out that kind of on Spotify listeners, Apocalyptica has most matches with Epica, and that's from all the bands that that people listen to two bands that kind of combine. So we figured out that okay, we have a big common fan base, and of course we have also a lot of fan base, and Epica has a lot of fan base that doesn't know Apocalyptica so well. So we thought it's interesting to combine, because this music, their music and our music seems to hit the same crowd. So that would be a way to create a special, very good event.
Very natural. Well, and now is Rise Again, the new Apocalyptica single with the voice of Simone Simons in it. Why she is in making these voices?
We wanted for this tour, because it's pretty big tour what we are doing together. We wanted to extend the collaboration between these our two bands beyond that we just perform in the same night. So that's why we wanted to do a song with Simone. We had that plan already 3 years ago when we were planning the tour, when the tour was originally going to be, and then we postponed doing the song because we wanted to release in the connection to the tour. And Simone has been joining us a couple of times on stage when we've been the last band in the bill, and sometimes when they've been last band in the bill. We went to play cellos on the Rivers song. So we did that with Sabaton on tour like 3 years ago, that we also combined. We were not just making the tour together. We did a lot of other things together as well, kind of to connect our fans, to show our fans that actually we really like each other, and we appreciate each other, and we like to do things together. So it's more fun. It's kind of just deepening the collaboration.
Yes. And how was the collaboration?
And of course, I have, sorry to interrupt, but I have to add, and of course, Simone has a spectacular voice. She's incredible.
Of course, so we know it.
That's of course one obvious reason.
And how was the collaboration with Simon? She just sang the lyrics and made the interpretation, or she wrote something?
Actually, I originally was thinking that she would do the lyrics, but then she didn't. She was like, "Ah, do you have lyrics?" And then I came up with lyrics with the person Marina Lindbeck, and she mainly wrote the lyrics based on my idea, and then we sent that over to Simone with a very quick notice, and then she was fine tuning stuff and came up with the little bit different chorus melody for the original. So
Yeah,
I gave the full freedom for Simone to do whatever she wants, but actually provided all the tools.
that is a great. Well, it's really fun, like you said, working with other artists, with other bands. Do you have any dream fulfilled thanks to the music with any event or any collaboration with an artist?
Nowadays, I don't have anything like special or particular, because I think found out that there are so many cool, great artists that would be very interesting and exciting to work together with. But of course, Metallica is kind of an ultimatum, ultimate thing. So maybe that will happen in some way someday. So let's see. But in general, we are just very open for cool ideas and whatever comes up, and whenever we have a certain music and feel like, okay, we would love to do that with that and that person. So very much it's very often it's like music driven, how the music is and what the music kind of requires and what type of voice and so on. But there's so many ways how the collaborations they come up. Sometimes it's the persons that contact us and, okay, let's do this together, or we contact them. That there's no, if I would list of people that I would be happy to work with, the list would be super long.
And maybe a couple of them.
Yeah. What would be cool? Serge Tankian would be cool. Of course, I would love to do something with Röyksopp. I don't know if you know Röyksopp. It's electronic music.
Okay.
Or Moderat or something. I don't know. It's hard to name, but because I haven't been thinking that actively, so I can't pull out names out of my mind.
Well,
we are now focusing on something. We are now working on something new, and that doesn't involve the main thing doesn't involve guests at least at this stage we are working on. So the focus is on different things and on collaboration. But even we are working on the new album, we are continuously releasing other stuff on the way, which is not basically necessarily related to the album. It can be just individual singles.
Well, you mentioned Metallica, and I don't know if you sometime have mentions or communication with them.
Yes, we do. Yeah, I do. I'm good friends with Lars, especially, and we are in touch regularly. Not all the time, but time to time. I went to see, for example, their 40th anniversary shows in San Francisco. I was there for almost a week, hanging out.
And do you remember the first time they mentioned you or talk with you about your songs and your versions of the Metallica songs?
Yeah, I remember that very well, because in November 1996 we were opening for Metallica for 2 nights, and it was one of our first shows after releasing the first album, and the Metallica guys came there and they watched the show and they really loved it. So that was the first time. That's kind of already how our journey together began, and we became very good friends over the time.
That is really great. Well, and do you feel like a music pioneer with Apocalyptica?
Excuse me, music
pioneer.
Yeah. That's what we found out. That's basically because of the feedback. So many people come to us to say that, oh, you you changed my life because, I was bored on playing cello this and that way. And then I realized that I can figure out my own way. And so it seems like Apocalyptica has been very inspirational for a lot of musicians to actually start to break out of the normal and feel more free to express themselves as an artist. So I think, yeah, we were the first ones to do things that way. How we did, the first album. We didn't think that when we did it, we were not thinking it's anything special or something. We just played the music we love with the instruments we can play. So it was super simple for us. So we were very surprised that everybody was blown away. Wow, this is amazing! This is so revolutionary. Never heard anything like this, and we were just having fun,
Excellent. Well, and at last, I would like you to make an invitation to the concert in Chile, to the people who are watching this through the iRock channels.
Yes. Let me see the date. Yes, I found the date. Hi, this is Eicca from Apocalyptica, and Apocalyptica is coming to Chile. So everybody here at iRock, come to see Apocalyptica Teatro Coliseo, 27th of April. Because that's going to be a hell of a show, and you don't want to miss that fun. So get your tickets and come to share the fun. See you and take care.
Thank you so much, Eicca. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. We'll see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.